Don't ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in bloody sheets to drop you 6 feet underneath. They put you in a pine wood box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. It all goes well for about a week, and then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms play pinochle on your snout. They eat your eyes, they eat your nose as you begin to decompose. A slimy beetle with demon's eyes chews through your stomach and out your sides. Your stomach turns to rancid grease, and pus pours out like melted cheese. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you'll eat when you're dead. And the worms crawl out, the worms crawl in, the worms that crawl in are lean and thin, the ones that crawl out are fat and stout. Your eyes fall in and your hair falls out, your brain turns into maggot pie, your liver starts to liquefy, and for the living all is well as you sink further into hell. And the flames rise up to drag you down into the fire where you will drown. Your skin melts off as you descend.
Hello, passengers.
So a podcast. I get asked this question a lot just because older people especially, they're always asking, so what exactly is it? And to me, I just try to tell them that it's like a radio show that you can play whenever you want, So it's like interviews.
A podcast, in the context of what we do, is a couple of idiots talking about dumb shit for other idiots.
I thought it was a very drab environment for people to express their opinions. Me personally, I was not really a big fan of podcasts.
Podcasts. Let's get the elephant out of the room already. I left the show because I got an offer from Mushmouth Records. They essentially wanted to get exclusive rights to my voice. And in trade, they were to offer me this ATV. So, of course I took it. I left the show. I took the ATV. I work for Mushmouth Records now. And life is great. But back to the question, what is a podcast? Well, I have to go to a special place to be able to explain this. Follow me. This is my safe space. I like to come out here and reflect, think about things, be inside my mind. So you ask me, what is a podcast? Well, what I can tell you is to go out, move that rock, get back in the hole, and pull the rock back over the hole. Because if you don't know what it is by now, just go away.
So I think that what he said, but to add to that also, I think that it could also have been simply an old thing, like in the 60s, perhaps. Dumb, internet culture, ignorant, disease.
What is a podcast? In my opinion, a waste of fucking time.
That's generalized, obviously, just for us here at the Midnight Train. But overall, podcast is an episode of a show, serial, if you will. Anywhere from 15 minutes to upwards of 3 hours.
It's, with us, it's just a bunch of idiots just talking about idiocy and stuff that's supposed to be spooky. And,
depending on the podcast, where you can go to find information of a host of topics, from news to Sasquatch and everything in between. That's what a podcast is.
That's pretty much what a podcast is. It's, whenever you want to listen to it, you can listen to it. Hopefully with us, it's informative.
I don't know. Podcasts are an awesome experience for you to express your opinions, but give you so much more facts. And all the different topics that we can talk about, all the different topics that every other podcast talks about, is endless. I mean, I've heard podcasts talking about the coolest thing in the world, like aliens, to the most boring thing in the world, like politics.
And it, maybe entices you a little bit to dive further into things. That's what I think a podcast. At least that's what it is for me.
And it's not for everyone, but for the 99% of people who do listen to podcasts, it's for them.
You get online, you listen to a couple people that talk about topics. There's funny, there's political, there's tragic ones, and then there's the Midnight Train.
I decided to do a podcast initially because Riley had introduced a podcast called Lore to me. And Lore is completely different. It's dark. It's told very well, like the way he tells the stories and stuff. I thought it was so cool. And I remember, unfortunately, my grandmother had passed away, and I had to drive down to West Virginia, and then back to Cleveland, and then back to West Virginia, all in like the same night. And so I binge listened to pretty much every episode he had. And then I'm like, man, that'd be kind of cool to like just tell a story, just tell a story and let people listen to it. And if they like it, cool. And so I started a podcast called What Not to Do, which is just me talking about all the mistakes I've made. And then just kind of built off of that. And then all of a sudden one day I had Jeff come in and to be a guest on that. And he was like, dude, we should totally do a podcast, but like, let's do it about creepy and weird shit and whatever. And we had no idea what we were doing. And I'm talking, it was just, we had no clue. And so we just jumped into it with both feet. And that's why we did it.
In the beginning, we had all kinds of musical equipment from the bands we had been in. So we just kind of hodgepodge stuff together. And it worked. Was it great? Nah, probably not. It could have been a lot better. As the show went on, it progressively did get better.
Jeff and I being in bands forever, we had a lot of equipment, and so we decided to use, some may say it's a little overdone. We used a Allen & Heath QU16 digital mixing board, and all this other stuff, this grandiose, like just overdone whatever, because we're like, yeah, we're musicians, we know how to do this. It's not the same.
But in the beginning, we were like duct tape, paperclip, MacGyvering everything to work, and it did its trick, yeah.
Not the same, and we had so many technical difficulties. We were out in my garage that I attempted to convert into a studio, and it was, in the beginning, it was fun though because it was very like rooted, where now it's like, we're 120 some episodes in or whatever. We've got all the gadgets and stuff like that to kind of make things sound the way they need to sound. But if you go back and listen to the beginning episodes, which please don't do that, but if you did, you would find that they're kind of rough. But yeah, in the beginning it was kind of, in the studio, she's had better days.
Hello and welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome to the Midnight Train podcast, where we bring the dark to light. From paranormal to pseudoscientific, nothing is out of bounds. I am your conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer, and with me as always is the engineer of the unexplainable, Jeff Butchko. How are you today, buddy?
I'm just blown away because Did you just come up with that, like off the cuff?
No, it's written down right here.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, that's good. Like,
If you go back and you listen to episodes, the reason most of our shit got messed up is because I have a tendency to emit an electrical whatever, what the hell it is, impulse.
I've had a lot of time, fame, and fortune since signing with Mushmouth. I like to, I come out here to kind of get away from it all the paparazzi, all the interviews. You're lucky I'm letting you do this, but, working with John's amazing. Two things with Jonathan, sorry. One is he's the ultimate front man. He is the perfect host. He's a people person. He's just got that thing, everybody says you got to have it. John has it. Okay. Number two, extremely underrated, and uncredited for the most part with his comedy. I mean, the Christopher Walken, the Yuri space astronaut, the mustache man. I mean, there's so many characters he brought to the table and does bring to the table, and no one gives him credit for. Why? Are they jealous? I always gave him credit. I thought he was great.
Say you entered a room and it was pitch black, right? And they closed the door behind you and you just started hearing these weird noises. And all of a sudden you're just being attacked from every angle by rabid animals. Like, that's probably the closest thing that I can get to working with John. But, he's a nice guy, I guess.
So it's actually kind of funny, and not so much funny to other people. It's emotional for me, actually. I actually really enjoy working with my dad. I actually, didn't really get a whole lot of chance to work with him on a lot of things. A lot of his bands, which I thought I could have made a lot cooler. But it's funny because, if I had to explain him as a person, all I would do is just put older. So it's awesome. I love the guy to death, and I love being on the show with him.
John's a good dude. Known him for a long time now. He's pretty cool when he's sleeping. But he's all right. He's pretty good on the podcast, the leader of the podcast, as long as Moody's talking or something, because John can't talk. Mispronounces everything, doesn't he?
Electrical. See, this is how it is on the show too. Anyway, I emit this impulse that it breaks everything. So if it's electronic or if it has moving parts, for some reason, it will fucking break at some point in time. And I don't know why. Well, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, it's just because I'm fucking awesome.
I'm your host, the conductor of the cryptic, Jonathan Sayer. And with me is the only person that could ever create that intro, Mr. Jeff Butchko. How are you, buddy?
hey, what's going on? Uncle Bob's bait and tackle of the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, shapes, forms, and kinds, it's time to grab your drink and get fucked up. It's time to twist the beer cap. It's time to dim the lights.
It's the fucking raccoon with the big balls. He ripped my roof open. He destroyed my roof. What are you doing in here?
Jeff, are you done playing around?
Yeah, dude, I'm listening. Keep going.
You realize that that was the big ball raccoon, right?
No.
Yeah.
I want to know how he ripped my roof out.
I'm just saying that was the big ball raccoon. Okay. She wasn't even sick. He's not laughing at her, folks.
Jeff is...
Jeff. Who is Jeff again?
Jeff. Out of all of them, Jeff was the funniest.
All right. Have you ever gone to the pet store and you happen to see, let's just say they had like a little chipmunk or something just spinning on a wheel, and all of a sudden he stops, drinks something, and he goes over and he does something else. He's running around. Yeah, that's Jeff's brain.
Jeff. Oh, Jeff. Yeah. Okay, I remember. Jeff was the Mushmouth representative that we worked with. Yeah, he was cool. He was pretty funny. Probably the sexiest of all of us.
So dealing with Jeff, you never knew what to expect in any way, shape, or form. One day he'd be like, dude, I got this great idea for this. And you're looking at him like, what? And then all of a sudden, he would play it for you, or we would play through it, and you'd be pissing yourself laughing. And in other days, I still don't understand some of the shit he brought to the table.
He was definitely, when he would tell Evan what to say and write Evan's script, that was so much funnier. I think that's why John fired Evan, is because John couldn't write anything funny for Evan anymore.
So Evan, it's been a really hard dealing with this whole thing, and I really don't want to talk about a whole lot. And I know I can't. Some things were said between the two of us, and I don't know. I just don't know if I can. I can't do the whole thing with Evan right now, man. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
Oh, Evan. Man, I miss Evan. But, there comes a time when every great relationship where, something has to give. And something finally gave. Him and John had a falling out. It was sad. I know John was pretty broken up about it.
Who and what is Evan?
Tonight, on the Midnight Train podcast, we explore the...
Evan, what's up, man?
Oh, hello, Jeff. What can I help you with?
Hey, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. Can you scan last week's episode and single out all of John's profanity and give me a summary, please?
Scanning episode 19, Stephen King. For instances of profanity. Scan complete. 67 instances of profanity have been allocated. Would you like a playback now?
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's play that back.
Playback equal to 1 minute and 9 seconds. Parental discretion is advised.
Fuckers. Fucking asshole. Crap. Motherfucking badass. And the shit, it's fucking crazy. Fuck yeah, fucking. Which is a pretty fucking spooky book, too. Fucking hate you and shit all over the place. Spooky shit. God damn it. Fucking hate both of you. Jesus Christ. Fucking creepy ass. Fucking me, you beautiful bastard. Fuck Superman. Fuck Superman, that motherfucker.
Evan just decided the one day that he wanted more power in the show, and John was unwilling to budge. Because, as I said, dark room, rabid animals, it is what it is. But we were all sad to see him go. I mean, it's terrible. Hopefully we can keep in touch with Evan, and hopefully he'll maybe make an appearance back on the show someday. I don't know. But he was a good man. And he's a rare talent. And hopefully we'll get him back one day. But, probably take some repair and some healing. But, we'll see.
Riley, it's my youngest son. He's a very smart kid. Did you guys hear he went to college?
Riley, very, very smart, very intelligent. Just not animated, I guess. You feel like when you talk to him, you're like looking at a picture that doesn't move, but you still hear his voice. Kind of weird.
Riley upsets me. I mean, all those beanie weenies I bought him, and I never got my date. I mean, so what? He went to college. That little bastard.
Yeah, he went to college. He's just a smart kid, and there were some times where he would be a little bit how do I put it? I wanted to punch him in the fucking face. I mean hard, not like hard enough to like leave bruises. Like I don't want to go to prison or be abusive or anything like that. But I mean, have you ever just You ever wanted to grab, not even punch. Let me bring that back. But like a good backhand. Like one good fucking just like, you know what I mean? Just one, but man, I fucking love that kid.
Working with Riley was, it was interesting. He's a good kid, well educated, went to college. He brought a certain sarcasm to the show, which was refreshing, but at the same time annoying. But I enjoyed working with him. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And overall, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. So, I decided to join the podcast basically because I was forced to. Riley decided that his education was more important than the podcast. I don't know what that was all about, but so basically at that point I was asked to join, and against my better judgment, I joined.
Moody.
Moody is if you take Randy Quaid from Independence Day, okay, and you bred him with Richard Dreyfuss from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You know, the one where he's staring at the mashed potato mountain he makes. If you bred those two together, baby Moody is what you get.
Moody. I gotta take a drink on that one. He's definitely bald. He's got a nice beard. Hates everybody. Hates everything. Does he like his family? Moody's all right. He's pretty good. I've known him. I've known all of them for a long time. He's pretty good at a soundboard, unless it's on the podcast.
Besides beating it with a dead fish, I think the best way to describe working with Moody is, I'm the oldest out of all my siblings, and to me, he's like the older brother I didn't want.
Great guy. Has a lot of interesting conspiracy theories, but he's great. Moody's great.
Moody's awesome. He's great. I love how we interact with each other, how we have differences, we have differences of opinions on stuff, and he's a total believer and I'm a disbeliever when it comes to certain things. And what I don't understand is he's got this thing about Bigfoot, and it's okay. It's kind of an unhealthy obsession. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, here's what I want to rule out. And you've been diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, correct?
I just want to say that ever since that came out, I'm threatening my family with the vacation.
That is a chronic condition with symptoms of major mood episode, like major depression or manic, concurrent with multiple elements of schizophrenia, such as delusions, hallucinations, and disorganized.
It's going to happen.
Speech, depression, mania, delusions.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Now, it's possible that your thinking is delusional, that these things aren't really happening. You just believe that they are.
And we all know what I believe.
Those are also side effects of some of the drugs that you're taking.
This day and age, I don't think there's much there.
His sister's pretty cool, though. I mean, for a Moody, she's all right.
I mean, I don't know if we pick on Chainsaw. I mean, he's fucking old. I mean, is that bad to say?
Captain Chainsaw. Let me tell you about my good buddy Chainsaw. That guy, I pretty much made him. Not only did I give him his name, but I boosted his career. I produced a hit song, Candy, I'm sure you've heard it, which made him millions of dollars, which he then turned around and lost at casinos and truck stops and what have yous. I don't even know where he's at now. I heard like a retirement home or something is where he stays now. Anyways, he's old. Yes, we get it, And the best way to put that in perspective is, okay, Chain Wallets came out in 1990, 30 years ago. He's still rocking it like it's brand new.
He's fucking old.
Oh, all right. Why did I pick on Chainsaw so much? Well, I mean, I don't feel like I really picked on Chainsaw that much.
Well, first of all, that guy scared the loving fucking shit out of me when I first met him. He was introduced to me as the bodyguard.
But I mean, he was an easy target, being as old as he is and as funny looking as he is.
Are you really supposed to ask people how old they are? I mean, did anybody ask Jesus? I mean, my birthday is soon. I was born in a year. I could be 200. I could be like Lestat. You never know.
He dated my sister. So there's that. Not too happy about that. But,
You see that motherfucker? He's like 6'9", 350. Like, that's giving it light.
Have you seen the guy?
That dude scares the shit out of me, and I was like 16 at the time when I first met him. Fuck no, dude, I ain't tussling with that boy. Not even if he's 225 fucking years old. I don't give a shit. I don't want to fuck with that guy. So I do it with my, internet cojones, per se.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that when like God said, "Let there be light," he hit the switch. You know what I mean? Like he's just fucking old. I mean, don't get me wrong, great guy, but he's fucking old.
So Logan, he's a good kid. Known him a while now. On the podcast, he's a little bit quiet. I like getting on the on YouTube and messing with him when they're doing the live. But he's got some funny things that he says, and he seems to pronounce words a lot better than John.
Logan, it's my oldest son, and it's so awesome working with family, but I also consider the guys I've worked with on the show family as well. It's been really cool bringing him in. Wasn't really around him a lot when he was younger, but coming in now, we get to bond over this kind of stuff.
I feel like working with Logan would be the same as if you caught a fish and bludgeoned it over a table, like you took it by the tail and just on the table, and then it was just dead, right? That dead fish is like working with Logan.
But there are certain things that I just wouldn't say personally, and I wouldn't divulge certain types of information that I think he does. But but then again, I'm not a fucking asshole. You know what I mean? So I not saying he is really, but he's awesome in the show, and he's such a good addition.
Logan, don't really know him. Seems cool, seems young. He's like on edge. He's bringing the old farts up to speed with like the new generation, so that's cool. Don't really know too much about him. There's bugs everywhere.
My favorite episode. Well, I suggested the Philadelphia experiment. That would have been a great episode. But instead, I have to pay to listen to it because they put it on Patreon. I mean,
Sir, we're closing soon.
You're closing?
We're closing.
It's 4 o'clock already?
Yes.
Oh my God.
My favorite episode. Well, in life, I don't really have a favorite for anything except for a daughter, because I only have one. My favorite episodes, the first one would definitely be the prison love one. But I can't talk too much about that one because that's for poopers only, obviously. You gotta be up here to be with them.
Well, my favorite episode so far, I would have to say, was the Hatfield and McCoy episode. That one, we had a real hootenanny with that one. It was a good time. We were joined by some friends of ours, talked about some cool stuff, and it was hilarious.
To be honest, all of the episodes are my favorites, mainly because my brain is a sponge and I like learning stuff, and that's Honestly, that's why I do this. It's why I like having us together and working on these things. But I think if I had to pick one as my favorite, it would probably be a more recent episode. It was the Long Island serial killer. And it was just cool because I didn't know a lot about it. And the fact that it was unsolved and just all the, the death that was around it or whatever. Like, it was a freaking crazy story. So being able to learn more about that, and also get it out there to people for them to hear about something they may not either remember or have never heard of before. I thought that was super cool to be able to do. And we tend to do that a lot. If we happen to touch on true crime, it's always, well, not always, but mostly about unsolved cases. And it's only because fresh ears, man. Fresh ears, fresh eyes, new people listening and stuff. Like, you never know. Maybe we can help, find the name for these people and find the killers.
Favorite episode for me was probably, I don't remember the show or the topic, but right after that episode, I had gotten the call from Mushmouth, and my agent and I went and visited him, and I signed the multi-million-dollar contract, got this ATV and this ranch of sanctuary, and that's my favorite because that's when my life changed. Ultimately, is when I left and signed this $1 million deal with Mushmouth. Mushmouth Records, by the way. Check them out.
I do have a #1 hit single in Indonesia. It's Candy. And I'm like seriously pissed off with Mushmouth because I never got my royalties from it. And that really, really pisses me. Hey, I'm over here. Hey. What are you doing? I mean, I'm talking about royalties and I have nothing.
I guess the funniest episode that I can think of it was early. It was early, back when they were trying to be good. I wasn't a part of it, unfortunately. And then again, I probably could have made it, just a little bit better. But it was the Christmas Carol one. You guys got to check it out, especially because it's not the holidays. It's the perfect time to watch it, just in time for that Mariah Carey, it's Christmas all over again shit. But the incredible acting performance from everyone at the cast, it sells itself, man. That should have been a pooper, explicit episode because of how fucking good it was.
Funniest episode. I mean, did you not hear my answer before from the last question? My favorite episode, also our funniest. I don't know why I had to answer this question again. Some Bush League shit right here. I don't know. Just
funniest episodes. I mean, honestly, they're all funny. Or why are we doing this? But the Russian buzzer, which is the what is it, Moody?
UVB 76.
UVB 76. That was hilarious because we introduced Yuri. And he's our Russian cosmonaut that sells space rope. That's pretty awesome. But then, honestly, the Christopher Walken dance sketch was amazing to me. I still go back and listen to that sometimes because it's just ridiculous. There's so many good ones, but yeah, those two right now stick out of my mind. Stick out of my mind? Stick in my mind. Stick in my... That's what I'm thinking of.
Funniest episode for me would have to be when John and I portrayed our elder aunts and did the entire episode as it. Just trying to hold and not break character the whole time, which was amazing. If you go back and listen to it, you can hear us kind of snicker and you hear quiet spots and stuff. And God, man, the sanctuary is full of bugs. They get exterminator out here. Think an exterminator would do the woods? Like this section, maybe? I don't know.
Where would I like to see the show go from here? Well, to everyone that's, watching this, I really hope you guys understand. I really want to get out of my fucking parents' basement.
What do I hope for the future of the Midnight Train podcast? Future, whatever. They don't have no goddamn future. Fucking losers.
I want to be on my own, man.
Where would I like to see the show go from here? I don't know, maybe to a real fucking studio. But, well, we'll see what happens with that one. But honestly, I'd like to see it grow and get bigger.
I feel like we can go somewhere with this. It's a very unique experience, and I'm sure everyone loves hearing us say fuck like every other fucking sentence. Like, I fucking love it. I just said it like 6 times right there. You're welcome.
I would love to see the show just hit as many markets as possible. I mean, everybody wants to succeed at what they do. Going back and, thinking about the beginning of this thing to where we are now, it's crazy to me that we're even where we are at this standpoint. And by no means are we like, the biggest podcast in the world or anything like that.
We're 120 or so episodes in, so it's probably not going to happen, but, wishful thinking, I guess. I'd like to see the fan base grow and keep the topics fresh, if you will, and just, grow the brand, as they say, and take it more global than we already have. Sweden loves us. That's great. New Zealand, Hong Kong, let's see if we can't. Why can't we crack Germany? I don't know. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's see what we can do,
But I imagine us going more into more digital, more options for us to explore the world, to meet the wonderful people of this world and all the scary, creepy, fucking weird shit they do and talk about and think about and write about. I think we have a long way to go, but we're almost halfway there, baby. Almost halfway there.
But every little step towards that end goal, it's huge. So I guess I just want to see us, take over the fucking world.
Going forward, let's see, I hope to ink probably 3 new deals this year. I've got a Pixar movie voiceover in the works, which is great. I really want to just spend all this money I got now. It's such a great deal. It's a ton of money, and I just want to blow it. That's all I want to do. Just spend money, Get like something with these mosquitoes. I don't know, get like a pesticide spray or plane to fly by or something. I don't know.
So our Patreon subscribers, the people that actually pay to listen to the bonus episodes, we decided they were awesome. Not we didn't decide, but we decided they needed a name. And so we gave them a name, which is the People's Organization of Obscurities and Paranormal Research, also known as Poopers. So our Poopers are fantastic. They support us on everything, on social media. I mean, they are literally a part of like our everyday lives, not just when it comes to the show.
The Patreon Poopers. I'll tell you, they're a good group of people, those Poopers. I mean, every time you're feeling low, feeling down, one of them's right there with a quick joke or a funny post in the group. They're great. They are great. They really keep us moving. We can do cool stuff because of them. Lots of cool stuff. And, they're all good people. I'd like to meet them, every one of them, one of these days. I'm gonna go on a little tour and meet all the Poopers. Meet them all.
What do the Poopers mean to me? Well, they're awesome, for one. For two, I've never felt such a warm, tight, loving family in my entire life, other than the Poopers. And if you've never felt a Pooper before, you gotta be one. I'm telling you, there's no place like being a Pooper.
So we've become it's like a family, man. And there's no way that I can even put into words how much I appreciate that somebody takes the time to not only listen to us religiously, but to give their hard-earned money for stuff that they want to listen to and support something they believe in. And the fact that they believe in us is crazy. Been in and out of bands my entire life with Jeff. And it's amazing to me the amount of support we get from this versus what we did in the music world. Because the music world, I feel like it's, first of all, way more cutthroat, but very saturated. Not that podcasting isn't, but it's just the attention you get and the amount of love you get is crazy to me. And I honestly don't think I could ever thank any of them enough. So I love my poopers.
I mean, what is happiness, right? Ultimately, I think money, you know. I made a lot on my deal. You know, that's why I bought this wolf. It's a wolf imported from Alaska, a dire wolf. Nevertheless, you know, it cost me about 30 grand, but I didn't care, you know. It's happiness. Money brings happiness. It really does. And, you know, the harder parts of life are like figuring out how you're going to spend all this money you've acquired, you know. When you run out of things to buy, there's just what's left. I don't know. I guess you could put it in a pile and burn it. Maybe like put it in a capsule and throw it in the ocean. It's stuff to think about.
Who would win? Bigfoot or an alien? Are you really asking me that question? Really? It's no fucking contest. Bigfoot wins every fucking time. Every time, no questions asked. How dare you even insinuate that Bigfoot would lose a fight to anything, including an alien? I don't know, man. I can't believe you put me in that kind of spot.
Bigfoot versus an alien? I don't want to describe that interaction, especially because there's someone's going to see this, and they're probably going to beat the fuck out of me if I say the wrong thing.
Yeah, you better get it right.
I thought he was supposed to leave. Anyways, Bigfoot would definitely beat an alien.
So Bigfoot versus aliens. Or an alien. Is it, I don't know if it's, I mean, that's a really hard question to ask somebody. Especially, I mean, they don't fucking exist. There's no such thing as a fucking Bigfoot. There's no such thing. There may be aliens, but none that have been here yet. So no, I don't think I could pick one because it's like picking, I don't know, the fucking boogeyman versus fucking Santa Claus.
Wait, Dad, Santa's not real?
Oh shit. Oh. But, okay, this is our home state, and I think it'd be cool to do because there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, but we already know about it.
Yeah, we already fucking know about it. Okay, listen. Okay. We're doing Creepy Ohio.
Yes, sure.
Okay?
Yes, sure.
All right. So Creepy Ohio is what we're doing next week.
I
so
don't know why we were even arguing.
Exactly.
I thought it was a perfect idea.
Exactly.
I thought it was a great idea too.
Thank you very much.
It's on the list.
Creepy Ohio it is. Jeez.
So, what should we do the week after?
Creepy Ohio?
I think Creepy Ohio sounds good too. We can do a couple
Can't do it
episodes.
2 weeks in a row.
Are you sure?
I mean, there's more than one creepy place in
Dude,
Ohio.
I understand. That's why we're doing one. Gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
One creepy Ohio. Heard that.
Really
you know, the Pop-Tart comments.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The dead fish or whatever the fuck, a rabbit in a hole or whatever the fuck it was.
I never said anything like that.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I called you a dark room with rabid animals.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Why not?
Because I don't like any of that.
Oh, we're done.
Oh.
All right, that's fine. I thought we were still going. Oh, we were shitting a brick. Oh my god.
Just say something.
No, I was.
Something? Chainsaws the motherfucking shit.
Moody's got a beard, it is so nice.
if you punched him in the dick, he'd say it twice. Cause he likes to go out and look for Sasquatch. Nobody knows that he's got himself a small cock. He likes to run around and pretend that he has friends. He has friends.
What's wrong?
I just can't. It's funny. It's good. We're good. Let's go. Let's rock. Yeah, I'm great. I'm great. No, I already pooped.
I think the hardest part for me going forward is, well, how am I going to spend all this money? I'm such an asshole.
Oh, right there is a cloaker. If we disturb the piece of the little bugger, he's full of protein, so we can eat him. It will last for days.
What was the question?
A train's leaving Chicago at 60 miles an hour.
7! Yeah, they don't fucking exist. Okay? None of them fucking exist. Not a single one. If you wouldn't have done that, dude, I was waiting for you to do something. I just can't do it.
Do you want a tissue?
Fuck! Fuck!
What is this?